Alright, I've attached feeder wires. Now I'm doing 3 feeder wires per side. So I'm doing feeder wires on each of the three where the switches turn out. Okay, these will hit the red rails, and these red rails go all the way across, so that takes care of those. On the back side, I'm putting 3 feeder wires on our backside rail. And people are like, oh well, you really only need one. Right, you only need one. But do you remember the 2 resistor problem? The 2 resistor problem is 2 resistors side by side. You run power through them. Let's say they're both 1Ks. If you run power through 2 resistors side by side, it cuts it in half because of multiple paths. So when these feeder wires drop down to the bus wire and we connect on 3 and 3, remember, it cuts the resistance across the whole fixture. That's what we want. Okay, it's not about making sure everything has power. We can do that anywhere. The idea is to cut the resistance down in 3 feeder wires on each side. And by putting them on now, before I actually put the ties and stuff on, as you can see here, I'm going to show you. I put them in places where they're going to go down between the ties. So this guy's going to go down between that tie right there, and that's why I like to use solid core for this. In particular, I love using that pre-tin stuff because it's so easy to get on here. And when I do it this way, I can go right to the PC board tie. If I had painted this first, it'd be a problem, and then I'd have to fix it up later and have to dress it up and whatnot. No, I'm putting the feeder wires on where they can drop down between ties. Now on the back side, I've got one over here. He'll just have to drop down. We're going to be putting wood ties across here. He'll just drop down between, and it'll be okay. But having this back rail here with 3 feeder wires on it, it cuts the resistance down, so we'll have better contact. And it makes the whole thing way more reliable, because we've already tested it by testing various spots and dead rails, orphaned rails, everything. This here is going to be a piece of track where we have excellent electrical contact, and that's the idea.